Energy Park in Lakewood, speaking with Mario Hollands.
Okay.
Now, last year you were a 10th round draft pick, in out of UC Santa Barbara, excuse me. And what was the experience like, and how'd you track the whole process, and how'd you celebrate?
Seems like a lot longer than just last year.
Yeah.
But I was actually in finals when I found out that I was drafted again. So I've still had finals the rest of the week, so I couldn't really celebrate. But after finals was over and then graduation, I flew straight out, and it's been a whirlwind ever since.
Now, were the Phillies among the teams that you kind of expected to hear from, or was it a little bit of a surprise at all?
It was a complete surprise.
Really?
Because I hadn't even seen the Phillies scout. I didn't even know who he was. It caught me completely off guard. But when I was drafted 2 years ago, that caught me off guard. That I didn't think I was going to be drafted by the Twins either. So the draft's a pretty confusing thing. You just have to not worry about it and just go out there and pitch.
So now we talked a little bit about UC Santa Barbara and being in finals and getting drafted. Just let me know, were there any key highlights to your collegiate career that stand out to you as the most memorable?
Yeah, being a freshman All-American my freshman year. I mean, we didn't have much team success, which hurt, but I enjoyed my time there, and I have some school records, but the thing I wish we would have done was win more as a team and go to playoffs. I didn't get a chance to go to any regionals or stuff during my time, which I really, looking back on it, wish I had that opportunity to.
Okay. I wanted to ask you about your pitch repertoire. What does it consist of, and what are your strengths, and what have you made the most improvements on this season?
I'd say my cutter's been working well all season. I mean, we kind of agreed to stop throwing it as much because I think there was a period when I was throwing it too much. But I'd say just coming out of the bullpen, I've been able to work on my slider more, and we kind of threw away the curveball. I don't want to say throw away, but it's in the back of my. I'm not using it anymore, basically. But the sinker and two-seam have been still throwing a lot, but I'd say the cutter is still number one.
Okay. Throughout the season, I've talked to Cameron Rupp, the starting catcher for the club here, about various pitchers and their improvements and their repertoires and things like that. But very rarely have I asked the pitching staff about Cam and his ability to help you guys out. Just can you tell me about Cameron Rupp and just how he's assisted you this year?
I think he's grown as a catcher from last year when we were both in Williamsport. Especially when he's been able to catch us, a lot of us send guys for 2 years now, 2 summers now. That's helped out a lot. We agree more on pitch selection. I don't have to think as much when he's catching most of my games because we've been working together for so long.
Yeah.
And that experience really pays off when it comes to games and difficult situations during the game.
So it's very, very beneficial on both sides, after you guys have that period to get to know each other.
Yeah, it works well for both parties, especially and when he's hitting well and throwing out runners, that makes it 100 times better.
Sure. Now, I wanted to ask you about, your summer here, living at the Jersey Shore. What's it been like, and is it just as you expected?
Yeah, I'd say it's just like I expected. Well, I've spent a lot of summers out here.
Okay.
Being in Cape Cod for 2 summers, and just being on the East Coast, you kind of get used to it. But this, at least the whole, I don't want to say, the TV show really helped. But it's mostly what I expected.
Okay.